What is going on, folks? Welcome to another edition of Total Nonstop Blunts, episode 6. I am your boy Ness, Skinny Kravitz, here with not Chris G, aka Mary Jane, with the true draw, and hoping we can get some. We can draw on this episode of Total Nonstop Blunts. The good brother, True Draw Josh. How are you, sir? Thank you for joining me tonight as well.
Yeah, I'm just falling in because Chris doesn't like showing up to work, so that's why I'm here.
I can't say too much because it's been a lot of Thursdays that I didn't show up, but I'm trying to get my shit together. Last week we both were off. He said he wasn't going to be here this week. I said, you know what? Got to man the ship, and you volunteered your services. I'm very, very grateful for that.
It's no problem.
And it seems like we're starting off today's episode with a banger.
Mustafa Ali. You know, it's funny. I'm actually meeting him on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying it last night. I didn't know it was that close.
Yeah, Saturday.
So this gimmick confuses the fuck out of me because it's obviously he's a heel, but like at first I'm like, oh, this get babyface vibes from like his vignettes and promo packages and shit. But you can't trust no politician, so it makes the most sense.
That
They tell you one thing and go do another. So yeah.
Makes sense.
What's going on, Sleeping Angels? Thank you for joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, share with your wrestling family and friends. If you're on Facebook, drop a like, heart, sad emoji, laugh emoji, angry emoji if you don't like Mustafa Ali or Chris Sabin. Whatever the case may be, just react. And if you're following us on Twitch, become a subscriber. Hit the bell to stay notified on all our platforms. And there, we just right into the action. Yeah, we're right to the action.
Let's see what this politician does.
That's what I don't understand. I mean, not that I don't understand, because I do. They got their own ways of doing things in that promotion, and it's either their way or the highway. But I don't understand why he couldn't just have this gimmick while he was in WWE. I mean, like I said, I understand, but I don't understand.
I think I had to do something with Ali. Which I'm not saying I agree with it. But I know he was very vocal. He was very outspoken about things. And this was the gimmick that they were going to go with, I guess, after the whole fucking debacle of, what was it, Retribution. This was the gimmick that we're going to go with. And then he did one video, he did one vignette, and then he just they just scrapped it. Like it just never came and just never happened. And then he goes to NXT, he started doing it, and it seemed like it was great. It seemed like, oh shit, he's doing something, something different for him, and this is the gimmick he wanted. So it seems cool, and then all of a sudden he got fucking released.
Yeah. Well, at least he gets.
But he was probably the biggest. He was probably the biggest star that got within that that release pool was probably between him and Dolph. They're the biggest, in my opinion, they're two biggest stars. But Ali, I mean, obviously Ali got more of the bookings because he's looking to wrestle. I think Nick is looking to work less, but once that what 90 days hit, yo, he was getting booked like crazy.
Yeah. He said, "Fuck that! I'm gonna make this money." But that's another thing too. People want to see him though. They wanted to see him work. And he wants to work too. So like, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, because he's always been a good wrestler. Like that's never been the problem. He's never even been a bad talker. It's just they just never gave him opportunities to expand on that. Which is still crazy to me because even I said it. I was like, yo, like the dude is like, because I said it. I was like that he has a creative mind and they just, they just didn't give a fuck. Now, would things be different? Like since Triple H is running the ship, like would things have been different? I believe so.
Yeah.
I think he would have been used more, but I don't think nothing significant would have happened. Like no major push or nothing. So
I don't think so either.
Yeah, it is what it is. At least he's in a better place, and he's working. So
it's going to be like the Muslim JBL. We're going to have a cabinet.
he said,
Shit, I would like to see him in New Japan as well. I know Nick does, he's doing both TNA and New Japan. Especially like
same.
That's it.
Even though
that'd be fine.
Yeah, like even though it's crazy because like right now New Japan's in a rough state. It's not Brock Lesnar-esque level yet, but it's in a rough state. And honestly, it's in a rough state because of the booking, not even because if the booking was on par, I don't think they would be having the issues they have now. But the fact that the guy that's supposed to be the next Okada has been nothing but. You have that issue, then you have this dude's love affair over the House of Torture, which is I don't know what they did with that. Jack Perry joining, but it's like, the fuck is that gonna do? It's just right now they're in a rough spot. Like, you're gonna have to find a way to get out of it some way, somehow.
They're gonna have their new generation moment.
They're gonna have to, because I mean that's the whole point.
New Japan.
They're gonna have to, man. Like sometimes you need to, or like whatever the case may be, because it's not looking good for them right now. You just lost Okada, which obviously it's gonna take time to like try to cope with that, but for you to just book your guy that's supposed to be the next Okada like the way he's looking, the fuck are you doing at the point? So, hopefully they get their shit together. Damn.
These guys are leaving it all in the ring, and it's only been like 10 minutes. That's the one thing I like about TNA. They just, I mean, AEW does it too. They start the show off with a match, but it's just like 9 times out of 10, when TNA starts the show, like their matches just really set the tone for the rest of the show.
Yeah. It's like sometimes the opening match is important.
Yeah, no, it most certainly is, because that'll, like, for the most part, really will, like, drive the rest of the show. You know, it's a thing to be like, you know, what do they call it, the curtain jerkers or whatever, or like people that start the show. But 9 times out of 10, that's the one match that people remember, the ones that start the show.
Yeah, to me, is always like the most important matches are usually the openings and the main event, obviously.
Main event,
but
yeah.
But yeah, those are usually the most two important spots, because the middle, I mean, you can still put on good matches towards the middle, but for your crowd to still be engaged, like, that's always important. Shit, it was like that when we went to Revolution, because I remember, like, people were into, like, the first 2 matches when the All-Star Scramble came about. Mad people just like, all right, concessions, let's go. Even though I'm a mark, so my ass stood the whole time.
Yeah. Well, that's my type of thing too. I'm paying to go to this show. I don't want to miss nothing. Like, you know, I mean, unless it's like
not only that, but it's like, I just don't want to. Not only that, but I just don't want to deal with, like, the, you know, like, getting back to your seat. Everybody got to stand up because of your doofy ass. You got to sit back down, and you make everything uncomfortable. It's like, I don't want to do that. Like, go back and forth. Like, that's why I usually I do my best to try to get, like, a seat, like, towards, like, the steps, because that's always a good spot. That's what I usually do. I'm like, fuck that, because I ain't trying to go through people all fucking night.
Oh no, Sabin, don't get yourself disqualified.
This is a title match, right?
I believe so. Damn, man.
They got. Yeah, they got a big lineup on Saturday. MJF was supposed to be there, but they finally canceled him like a couple of days ago, and I was just like, why didn't you guys just do it a while back, knowing he wasn't going to be there?
What's going on with him? Was he just like on vacation or?
No, he's on rehab.
Rehab? Oh, okay.
Well, shit, he's still this fucking guy. Fucking Ali.
Just like a politician.
Nah, so remember, he tore his rotator cuff.
Ah, okay. I didn't.
No, not rotator cuff. He tore his labrum. So, like, that shoulder injury he was selling, it was actually real. But for what I haven't heard any updates for a long time. But the last update I did get was that he was rehabbing it, and he was trying to find every way to avoid surgery.
Yeah.
So that was the last update. So there was no confirmation like, oh, he needs surgery or he'll be back soon. They just it's up in the air. There's no real update.
Message from the head of the True Hill Heat table, SP3. Go figure, Josh isn't showing up for True Hill Heat this week, so he's on total nonstop blunts. That trip to Greensboro changed you.
What?
Well, before you go, you know, giving him hell, boss, I could use the assistance. So I'm very appreciative that he did show up.
He said, Well, that's because I'm doing the convention. If I wasn't going to the convention, I'll be on THA's the weekend, but they always do their shit on a Saturday, so it's like,
yeah.
Got him watching because he let the guy. You see this guy?
Hey, I was missing a Puerto Rican that's usually on with me, and replace the Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican Inception. I'll take it.
Oh shit. Yeah, I was like, might as well. I haven't watched TNA in a while.
And with this whole rebrand and rebuilding they got going on, which I'm still like, oh man, I don't know how it's gonna go or what's going on as far as what the talent field. I know they all wanted Scott back. Obviously, that's not gonna happen. But I there has to be some type of meeting in the middle, you know. Companies are going to be companies. They're going to do whatever the fuck they want at the end of the day. But you don't want to have your place of business with low morale with the talent there. Like, because I feel like that was like one of the best locker rooms, not far as just like strictly for talent, but like you don't hear any negative shit come out of TNA.
Yeah, you usually don't. You haven't in a long time.
Yeah.
I just think with the whole Demore thing, I mean, yeah, it was surprising. Well, once you start hearing the details, it was kind of obvious he was kind of out of the door. Once you start hearing the nitty gritty of things, of like, you know, he was like he wanted TNA to do more. Anthem wasn't about it. Basically, they have a certain budget for TNA, and that's where they're gonna stick with. The more it just felt like the brand could do more and should have done more. And then once he got involved, apparently like there was another company that he was involved with that was trying to like buy it out. They're trying to buy out TNA. Once that happened, I was like, yeah, he's out the door. Once I heard that, I was like, yeah, he's basically out the door. Because once you start doing shit like that, which I'm not saying Scott is wrong for it, but it's just corporate stuff shit. You know what I mean? Like once you start doing stuff like that, you're out of there. Like that's just because now at that point, the company's gonna take it that you're undermining them. Yeah. That's just what it is. And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, you know, what he did is wrong. It's just, you know, right from wrong. And you know, I understood his end. I knew what he was trying to do, but it's just you got motherfuckers who got billions of dollars.
Yeah,
they got final say, unfortunately. So that's what happened. The whole the Alexander thing, though, like that's very weird to me. Like they picked up his option. He basically let them know he was gonna right. I think he was talking about like not resigning with them, and then they picked up his option. Basically, like it wasn't even his choice. That was a little fishy to me. Like that was weird. I was just like, you got your best talent. Are you really trying to piss off your best talent? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you guys doing? You know? And then Moose is stuck on their contract as well. Like, and I think from what I remember, one of his biggest selling points of resigning was Scott Demore. That was his biggest selling point. So he resigned, and I think he signed like a 5-year contract or something. And it's like, that's another story right there. It's like, what do you do? What he's gonna do? Like, how does he feel? You know, after they just made him the champion,
right? Yeah, which I don't think he was. I feel like he's a lifer because he got it good.
Oh, he is. So far, but I honestly think this is gonna be his last contract, and if he still wrestles, he's gonna go somewhere after his contract. I don't see him staying after what happened. But that's just again, it's just it's premature. It's too early to say because who knows? 5 years from now, he might feel different. He might want to still stay, or he retires. You know, he retires from professional wrestling, and he retires as just being a TNA guy. So anything could happen, but like that was one of the things too. I was like, fuck, like I think Alexander, I think once he's available, he's going somewhere.
Oh yeah. They fucked up. Like he's like, yeah, look, I remember him saying that he was, willing to negotiate with the resign or whatever. They're like, no, we're just gonna pick up your option. You're gonna be with us. So you had a chance to work something out, but then you want to go ahead and do it yourself. So that, like, now when it's like you said, when the time comes, he's gonna take it upon himself and do what he feels is right.
Yeah. So far in this is Namath, is he heel or face?
He's face. Who's he? Him and Macklin. They're in a feud. They just add everybody else, like the Rascals.
And I think Macklin's deal's coming up too, right?
See, that's the thing for him. I think, in my personal opinion, it would be best for him to stay. Because I feel like if he jumps somewhere, he's just going to be another guy.
Yeah, I think he should stay. I think he's been used better. I mean, not better. I mean, he's been used, period, because WWE wasn't. But I mean, he's pretty good. Like, he's not bad. Like, he's better than I give him credit for, to be honest with you. Maybe it was the name, because I what was his name in fucking WWE?
Bro, I don't even remember. I just remember the
something Cutler.
Yeah, something like that.
The fucking Forgotten Sons, that fucking shitty group.
I forgot them. Forgotten Sons, and I forgot them.
It's kind of crazy because like they didn't want to be like the other two didn't really want to be there.
Yeah.
After this guy kind of just shit the bed, Gunner. After he kind of just like went, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Yeah, that was a nightmare. Because it's one thing having views, but it's about how you present it, and
yeah,
I think he chose the worst way how to present it.
And then
on top of that, they're really trying to make him a face. Like, what are you doing? Like, they're trying to make him a baby face. It's like, what are you guys doing? Like, if the guys hated he is now, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was just such a stupid fucking, and that was a fucking Vince McMahon move. That's what made it worse.
9 times out of 10, your goofy baby face. But you'll be in bed. But this guy talking about.
Okay, so now this shit is not. Okay, this is weird. Why is it not? I'm not understanding it. I'm just trying to wait. Oh God, what is Hassan doing now? Yeah, I like how he promotes like random stuff. Look, spring game showcase. Like what? I didn't even know that's a thing. You said next Thursday is almost time for spring season. Yeah, it's also my birthday next Thursday. My old ass.
Yeah, man, we're just getting older and older.
Let's use this one. Just trying to get back on. Yeah, I had to just fix the Wi-Fi for a second. My TV.
Man, I'd never think that he would be such a great single star. This, because all I know is like the North. Uh, or fuck, what was their name before that on PWG? Not Monster Madness, something like that. But yeah, his transition from tag team specialist to single star has been phenomenal.
Oh, you're talking about Alexander?
Alexander, yeah, these jabronis.
That was make the situation. Wait a minute, is that this guy?
Yeah, yeah,
Is that Koslov?
yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know when the fuck he got there, but yeah, he's been there.
I didn't even know he was back in wrestling. What the fuck?
I think Santino brought him in.
Oh, most likely that's right. Yeah, you see, Santino was actually funny when he was in WWE. His daughter, not so much.
Don't let Romeo hear you say that.
No, I hope he hears it. Like, she's trash. Like, she's corny as fuck. See, look at that. See, I knew he will pop out like a fucking weasel. Look at this. You fucking groundhog. Look at that.
Yo, that's crazy. He just came out of nowhere.
See, I knew it. All I had to do was just bait him.
Oh man. I didn't really think he was I didn't know he was watching.
Oh no, I knew he was watching. That's why I said it. He fell into the bear trap. That's what happened. That's mad funny though. He said what kind of dust.
typing up a Kelvin paragraph right now to respond to that. Well, that match went much faster than expected. Josh Alexander picks up the win very easily.
What the fuck? Yeah, that was pretty fast.
Yeah. I thought it would at least be they would get a commercial break.
Oh God, this match is tonight.
Oh, AJ Francis and Joe Hendry.
Oh fuck!
So,
I chose like the worst episode to watch. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about that.
As long as he doesn't try to like any like dives out of the ring again, I think just leave it at that. Or any Spanish flies, just you saw that shit right when he tried the Spanish fly apparently at the indie show.
That was?
Yeah, that's what that was supposed to be.
Yes. Oh boy.
I think it's one thing to admire somebody like, hey, at least he's tried, but it's like, bro, if you can't fucking do it, don't do it. He's too big. He's too big and he's too slow.
Which is crazy because there's guys that are that size that can do it.
Yeah. But the difference is that they move fast. He moves too slow for those kind of moves. Like you gotta like when you do shit like that, you gotta pick up the pace because you gotta land that shit right. The Spanish fly, it's not only about timing, but it's the speed that you go. Because if you move slow to that shit, you're gonna land in your fucking head. But with him, he tried to do it from like the top rope, and I'm just like, bro, you're too big for it. He tried to do it from the top rope, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, he fucked like an exploder. You're like an exploder suplex.
He probably gonna say that's what it was, but I'm like, no, bro.
Yeah, right after the fact, yeah.
Because that shit did not even like the way he landed too. Just it didn't look right. Like it's like, bro, you did something that you fucked up with. So which one was it? Because you ain't gonna convince me. There's no way you're gonna convince me that it was that was an actual move. There's no fucking way.
And you can't create magic like that all the time. If you do fuck up and it looks better than what it was supposed to do, it's just going forward. I'm try it again. It's not going to work.
Now it's just on commercial.
I actually forgot he was the digital media champion.
Internet has not been kind to me. Yeah, it's funny because on my laptop, the Wi-Fi is fine, but then on this shit is acting up.
Oh, you good, man. I mean, it's just a crazy
See.
Steve promo. You're not missing much.
Oh, okay. I don't feel too bad. I don't feel too bad then. Isn't he like the like doesn't he have like a title or something?
Yeah, he's the digital media champion, but I mean, shout out to him getting the opportunity to be a singles competitor.
I remember he tried out for WWE and then that shit just like went nowhere. They probably said you're too crazy for us.
Probably.
But they signed Dexter Loomis, who doesn't even fucking talk and hasn't been seen.
Yeah. You would think that he would be with Johnny Gargano at least, or the way. Or Gargano and Ciampa, all three of them.
Now they're being used and R-Truth is calling them DX.
Yeah. Because he's bald, like
And then he
Triple
called
H.
and apparently he called Shawn Michaels Gargano.
Nah.
He's like, yeah, you joined Gargano.
I mean, he was Mr. Takeover, just like HBK's Mr. WrestleMania. Or Johnny
Yeah, they
Takeover, excuse
lost a
me.
lot.
Lost a lot, got great matches.
Like what? Like loading issue problem. Come on. Try to force the app, then you don't like come on.
Yeah, up next we have Frankie Kazarian versus Ace Austin. He voted really early. That was like 20 minutes ago. Hassan,
So what was he thinking? He didn't even vote for Alexander match.
the match that was actually, yeah, he would have picked Alexander Kozlov.
Oh, he definitely would have gotten that name wrong.
Yeah,
He would
I'm
have
only calling him
like,
Kozlov. I don't even know what the
man.
fuck he goes by now.
After that Will all spread shit, who
Yeah,
knows? Like,
Will Ospreay is going in the True Hill Heat Hall of Fame. I don't know which you want to do. Botch names, funniest moments.
then look at this. Wait, and then look at this. He vote like, come on, you vote for the first match.
How you vote for Mustafa Ali now? Oh, you know why? Because I think he's watching it on YouTube and it starts like a half hour early. I mean, I'm sorry, a half hour later. If he's watching it on YouTube. But if not, then yeah, you just how you vote for a match that already happened. That's if.
Peter,
That's if.
who fuck's Cheetah?
But we're doing swell tonight. Thank you for joining us, Hassan. Make sure you drop a like on the video while you're on YouTube, which I'm sure you already did. Thank you for being a loyal subscriber as well. How are you doing tonight, True Draw?
I'm doing well. Connection, not so much. It's weird because it says here, it says like it's good. Oh yeah, connection's good. You have internet, it's fine. And then
Yeah, same shit.
I don't know,
Happens.
maybe it's not used to me watching TNA.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. It's a different airways.
Yeah, because on my computer, like on the laptop is fine. Like everything is connected fine. It's just like here, like even now, like it says set up connect. Like I put the thing, and it said like when I put it for wireless, it doesn't connect.
Is it a Roku?
Yeah.
Yeah, same shit happens with one of them in my kid. The one I have in my kids' room does that from time to time. I don't know why. And everybody else's shit is working. Every other room, game, all that connection works. And for some reason, that one will go into fritz sometimes. I have no idea why. So usually I'll just like restart my router.
And it sucks. Yeah, and it sucks because and it sucks because I usually my internet acts up when I'm over here. It doesn't act up in the living room. But sometimes what it is that I want to record here just because like my it looks my fucking background looks badass, and sometimes I can't do that.
Yeah, that shit's it's fire.
And then now it doesn't want to connect. That's this wireless connection now doesn't want to connect, but on the thing it said it was good connection. It's weird. Wireless connection. Okay, now one step finally went through. Let's see the internet. I bet you the internet's gonna put X. Oh, look. Probably heard me talk shit because now it's working. I bet you it goes back. I bet you as soon as I go back, it's gonna act up again. Like I already know. Like I know the process.
That's that Morero magic.
Look at he's tomorrow night SmackDown. The Memphis Tennessee and AEW Rampage. Yeah, this guy. Bro, like this is how I know this his shit he be working, because how did you get Massachusetts right, but yet you can't get simple names right? Like you spelled Darby Allen wrong, but yet you go fucking spell this damn. You see this shit? That's how I know he be lying, bro.
I wouldn't know how to.
That's how I know he be capping.
Oh yeah, I definitely would have spelled. I would have put like an extra E.
But that's how I know he be capping. Like that's how I know he be lying. You see, I told you as soon as I went on, like at buffers, and it's like, oh,
he spelled Massachusetts right, but didn't get business.
That's what I'm saying. He's lying. He be lying. He be lying. He be capping. He be capping, and he just don't want to admit it. He don't want to admit that he be capping.
What's going on, good brother ALW? Thank you for joining us. Total Nonstop Blunt. Is this episode 6?
Oh shit, go. Cause I haven't seen that guy in a minute.
Yeah, episode 6. It is. I couldn't see the number. I said it earlier, but I wasn't too sure. Frank Kazarian, Ace Austin. Decent match so far.
Yeah, how has his return to Impact been? Because you already know he wasn't going nowhere in AEW.
Oh yeah. Well, probably at this stage in his career, I wouldn't say unfortunate for him there, but I mean, he came back. He was having some great matches. I thought he was. I think at some point he should have a. I think this is why he came back to get a TNA World Title run. Honestly, it just wasn't going to happen during Josh Alexander's run with the title. So I think at some point it'd be nice. Not in this gimmick though. I like babyface. When he came back as a babyface, it was like that would be great for TNA Impact, because now it's TNA. I mean, I'm sorry, TNA again, and like that's where he made his name, and with his contribution to the company. So just come back as that babyface, like, out of all that, that would have been great. Because I didn't expect Moose to get the title back. So like,
yeah, it's funny because I had actually retaining, and then I found out Moose one. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. I guess they feel like Moose is more TNA than Shelly.
Yeah, because I mean, Shelly in general. I mean, I remember he took like that big ass. Didn't he take like some kind of like hiatus from wrestling?
Yeah, for a while. Or it was a couple years.
He was like in a medical field or something.
Was he? I know. What's his name did that? Davey Richards.
Oh, that bitch ass.
Oh man. Funny enough, another TNA alumni.
Don't get me wrong, Dave Richards was a great talent. I just can't say the same about the actual person.
Never meet your heroes, what they say.
Oh, I mean, he wasn't my hero. I met his tag partner before, you know, he went crazy. Eddie Edwards. I met his tag partner, but he hasn't been the same ever since he got whacked with the bat.
Which is crazy because we have no idea. Well, I can say no idea. I don't know what's going on with Sammy Callahan. I don't know where he's at.
I know he's not signed with the company no more, but he's been running like his promotion. He's been running. He does like his own indie promotion.
Yeah. Is that what is it? Pro Wrestling Revolver?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he runs it. I know he's doing something with House of Glory. I guess like his promotion and their promotion. I think during WrestleMania week or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because House of Glory, they're making the moves. They're expanding. So they're doing shows outside of New York. I know they're doing Massachusetts soon. Yeah, and then they're gonna be doing Mania week. So they're making moves. It's about time. To be honest with you. Because they've been around for so long. They've been around for so long. You know, at some point, if you want your brand to grow, there's new shit you got to do, and you know they're finally going for it. So hopefully, shit works out for them. Yeah, because I mean, I haven't been to a House of Glory show in so long.
I've been to one. I think it was 20. Was it? What weekend was it? I think it was the first time I came out there. I think it was 2018. That was my birthday weekend.
Oh yes, that's right. You did.
Yeah. I was gonna say that was the last time I went to one. I'm like, shit, that's the first time I went to one, first and last. Grand opening, grand closing.
But the thing is too is that they get big names for their shows.
Yeah, I think
they be getting big names.
The Briscoes were there that night.
They had the Briscoes a few times because the Briscoes won their tag titles, so they had them a few times. And it's funny because I've only been to like one independent show since the pandemic, and that was in North Carolina when I was there. We were there for Revolution. So basically, the arcade that we snuck Sid into, they were doing an indie show. And it was like in the back. So basically, like you could pay $20 to watch the show, and you could go in and out. Like you could go play some games and then come back, and that's what we did. I was like $20. All right, cool. So we paid the $20. We saw a few matches. We came back later during intermission. We stood for intermission, and then we watched the match after that, which was Griff Garrison. And then from there, what did we do? And then we stood out. We went out for a little bit on the main floor, and then we went back a little bit for the main event. It was a decent show. It was very different. Just because of like the whole layout, like the whole bar feel, like how they had like a fucking thing on the side. Small area, but there's a lot of fucking people there.
I'm sure, fucking Revolution weekend.
Yeah, there was a lot of fucking people there, and then the security guard that was looking for Sid, he was standing right next to, watching the wrestling show. I'm like, oh my god. Yo, that story was fucking, man, that story is epic in so many ways. Now looking back at it, it's like, yo. Because right? You know what happened, right?
with what you guys at Revolution?
Yeah. And I always
What
forget. I
happened?
always forget Chris wasn't there. Like Chris wasn't there. Like the first night we got there. So the first night we got there, we wanted to do something that night. So we went to a place called, I think, what is it? Box Card. It's like an arcade, right?
Hmm.
But at a certain time, you know, the adults, when you go in, they check your IDs and shit. It's like going to a bar because there's a bar there.
Right.
So it's a 21 and over arcade. So we go in, they're checking our IDs. Sid has an expired ID,
Ah.
right? He has an expired ID, but I don't think they checked it. So what happened was that they asked about it, and then the girl says, "Oh, that the basically the ID has to be, I think, 30 days out for it, 30 days or less after it expired, so you could go in." So Kelvin's ID was 24 days expired, so he was allowed to go in.
Right.
Sid had an expired ID, but he left his passport home, so Sid couldn't get in. So we stood outside for a little bit. I don't think it was that long. Like we stood outside because there's like a porch area. So you're basically just like in the porch. You could come in and out. Basically, you could get drinks and you could sit down and everything. So we're just like there standing. You know, we're hanging out with Jeremy Lambert and everything. And, you know, him and Sid are talking. And then all of a sudden, like, John comes up with this plan about sneaking Sid in because there was a back door within the porch that there's like no cameras. There's like nobody standing there. So somebody could legit open up the door real quick and somebody could get in. But you have to move like really fast. So what ends up happening is that fucking Austin comes back and he's like, all right, bro, I'm just going to open up the door and you just come in. Right? Remind you, John's like trying to come up with a plan and all this shit. Austin just fucking does it. He doesn't hear nothing. He just fucking does it.
That's my
So he goes to the back door. He goes to the back because he changed his sweater. That's what happened. He stepped out and he went back to Kel's car to change the sweater because it was raining and shit.
Man.
So he changed his sweater and he has a big ass fucking Ohio State on his fucking sweater. So he doesn't blend in. You can fucking see the Ohio State. And what happens is that Austin goes to the fucking door and leaves it wide open. He goes wide open, leaves the door open.
Cover up the evidence.
Bro, he opens the fucking door, leaves it wide open, and then he goes like this. Fucking Austin goes like this. While the fucking security guard is like standing right fucking there. And then Sid just like booked it, moved fast. Like he didn't run or nothing, but he got in fast. All of a sudden, I turn my head, and then I see like the security guard that checked like he checked us, like he patted us down and shit. He looks and he sees Austin. And he gets suspicious. Like he's looking, he starts talking, and then he goes inside. And I'm like, oh shit, they're about to catch Sid. That was my first thought. So I told Jeremy, I was like, yo, hit up Sid right now and let him know they're looking for him. So what happened was that they stopped Austin, and they told Austin, oh, you gotta go. Austin was like, what did I do? And it had nothing to do with the fucking door, by the way. It had nothing to do with the door. They said, oh, because your ID is expired. They told fucking Austin, like, oh, that your ID is expired. And he's like, no, the fuck it's not. Like, he was like, what you mean? Like, no, it's not. So he takes out his ID, shows it, and it's up to date. So the guy's like confused. The guy comes back out. He's talking with two other workers that are there. And all of a sudden, like, you hear them say, like, oh, it's a black guy with a beanie on. And Sid was wearing a beanie. And we're like, oh, shit, yeah, they're definitely looking for Sid. So we're, like, reaching out to Sid, like, oh, like, take off your jacket, take off your beanie, because they're looking for you. But Sid was already ahead of the game. Sid took off his jacket and everything. He took off his jacket, he took off his beanie. So all he had was a fucking purple-ass Macho Man shirt, I think it was. So he comes back out, like, we're in the bar already. We're inside the arcade already. And Sid comes back out. Sid is just walking around. Nothing happens. This whole fucking time, nothing happens. Nobody stops Sid. Nothing happens, right? But we know they're looking for him. So then Sid goes back inside like the wrestling stuff. He goes back to watch the show, right? So then like me, John, Kel, we were buying like our pizzas because they had like personal pizzas you could buy. So we buy the pizzas and me and John like are hanging out. Me and him are eating. And we were like, oh, we just want to go to the wrestling show? How much is it? Oh, $20? All right, cool. We just go in there and, you know, we could eat in there. So we go and we pay our money, right? We pay and everything. All of a sudden, like we're like in the standing area. So me and John just there eating. All I hear is fucking Austin and Kelvin screaming for the matches and shit. Like they're chanting and shit. They're fucking screaming. Yeah, they're like fucking chanting and screaming. But this whole time I don't see them. So it makes it funny because I'm like, oh, you like, you know, it's dumb. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God, you can't take these motherfuckers nowhere. I'm like this, like, oh fuck. Like, right? So then all of a sudden, like a little bit later on, the fucking security guards and the two women who were looking for Sid are standing right next to us. And then when I turn my head, Sid is standing right next to the security guard. I was looking for him the whole fucking night. Watching the fucking show. And not once he stopped Sid. He didn't talk to Sid or nothing. And then, you know, they go about their business. Like, Sid stood the whole night. Like, we stood the whole night. Motherfuckers was looking for Sid for like an hour. They basically just gave up. They fucking finally, like, they basically, you know, they fucking basically found him. But then they didn't recognize him. So it was like nothing happened. And then, like, when we were leaving, we just made sure, just in case, like, we made sure. Like, I said, like, we got you right now. Like, but when we left like mad smooth. Like, we didn't make a scene or nothing. We just like left because we stood until the area closed. Like, they closed like at 1:00. So we basically stood till like closing time. So that as soon as we get out the door, we just left. Like, we just left. But that shit was crazy. Bro, I was like, what the fuck, yo? Like, that whole night was fucking hilarious. And Austin almost fucked it up. That's what made it more funny. Like, the plan worked. It was just executed wrong. That's the only problem. Because he just went straight for it. He was just like, fuck it. Like, but that shit was fucking hilarious, bro. Like, I couldn't get over it. I was like, yo, we couldn't stop laughing over it. Like, that shit was too funny.
I mean, that sounds like some shit out of a movie.
Yeah. But this dude, he opened the fucking door. He goes like, I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing? He said, he said, Austin for the Leroy. He said, Austin for the Leroy Jenkins. Supposedly, I heard he was backstage at Raw or something.
Yeah, I seen that report too. Yeah, I'm just uninterested in this match. I'm going to get high.
I don't blame you.
It's almost time for St. Patrick's Day crunch. What? St. Patrick's Day crunch? What the hell is that? I know what a St. Patrick's Day parade. I don't know what the St. Patrick's Day crunch is. SP3 confirming this.
Oh, the Kobe shirt. I thought Macho Man because it was purple. I was thinking about it was the Kobe shirt. Oh shit, it was a hoodie. I thought it was a jacket. My bad. It was a
That's
Kobe shirt and
crazy.
hoodie.
I
I thought it was a jacket. My bad.
I gave Austin too much praise.
Well, I
But
mean,
actually,
realist. I mean, like I said, it worked. It was just it almost didn't because Austin almost like completely fucked it up. Like he was like not trying to be like a ninja at all. He was just he opened the fucking door. Like you would think this man was like a doorman or something. Like that's how wide the fucking door was open. And he stood there for like a good minute. Like he stood there. Like it wasn't like it was quick either. He's there for a good minute and he's gonna fucking wave. He's gonna go like this. Like motherfuckers could see him. I'm like, oh no. And they did see him, but then they just completely missed Sid. That's what made it funny. And then when they stopped him, they just stopped the wrong guy. They told Austin he had the wrong. He was like, "Oh, your ID is expired." But then he ended up coming back to Austin, right? When we were ordering pizza, he comes back to Austin and he says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like I was just doing my job. I'm so sorry." He apologized to the motherfucker that let the other guy in.
he said, "Oh, you short niggas look alike." Which is crazy. Because what was the security? What was he? Black or white?
Oh no, he was white as fuck.
This.
Like he had like the cop mustache, you know, like the cop mustache. Yo, like he had the cop mustache. Like yo, he was white. Like he was, but it was funny because the other security guard was black, but he didn't pay like no fucking mind. But I think he either stepped out or he just didn't pay any mind. But the only person I was like recognizable out of all of us, you could say like Kelvin. I mean Kelvin fucking stands the fuck out anywhere.
Obviously,
he had like a fucking leather jacket with all these fucking spikes, so you can't miss Kelvin. John could fit in the crowd. Me, I had the Sting jacket, so it wasn't like anybody know Sting. Oh shit, nice jacket. Like right. So like nobody like you know. Jeremy could blend in because Jeremy, you know, he's white. So he's like, he better wear everybody else.
Yeah.
Because a lot, because a lot of the black folks, they were in the wrestling because I think, from what I know, I think the promotions run by black folks. There was a lot of them, like the ones they were selling the merchandise and shit. Like they were selling like the brand t-shirts and like hoodies and stuff. They were black. So
make your money.
But everyone else like in the main arcade floor, there was a lot of white people.
No, I mean that's just like a big setup in general.
Yo, they were asking us, like every time we walk by, like, hey, I've never seen you before. Are you from around here?
Where you from, boy?
I was like, nah, I'm from New York. Then like they get like for some reason people get mad excited when you tell them that like you're from like New York and shit, they get mad excited. And I was like, believe me, there's not that excited to be about.
You're a Yankee. That's what they call us North. Now, ironically, we're both Yankee fans, but yeah, that's what we get referred to.
He said, "Yeah, that's why he's Iron Groot." Because remember that scene in the first Guardians of the Galaxy when they're making up the plan, and then Groot like took off the fucking thing that they needed last, and he just did it first. That's what fucking Austin did in the plan. That's basically what he did. Like it was like that in the bar too, yo. Like when we went to the bar, they were like very nice because even like they told like Kelvin, like because Kelvin had sweatpants. At first they told him like, oh, we can let you because like about dress code and shit. Yeah. But then like he found out we were there for like
that part. Yeah.
Yeah, like we were in town like we were in. They found out we were in town for like the wrestling stuff. A fucking guy that comes out right wearing like a fucking Donald Trump shirt or something. He's like, "Oh, you guys are here for the wrestling?" Like, yo, it was like, well, it was crazy. It was a crazy experience. The dude had a cowboy hat with a white beard. Like, yo, he was like, when you talk about American as fuck, that was that guy. And he was talking to us about like wrestling and stuff. He was like how he really wanted to go. He wants to see Sting's last match and shit. So it was mad funny. And then the main guy, he was like mad cool. He was like, you know what, man, you can come in. He was like, I would feel bad if I turned you away. So like, that was a fun experience too. Besides, like, the karaoke was good until that one guy did like 3 out of 4 songs and they were all dog shit. Oh, this fucking bum one.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, I wanted you to. I had to wait for you to see it. Fucking Rich Swann turns heel and aligns himself with AJ Francis.
Oh, he just turned heel? I thought he was like heel for a while.
Well, is he? Was he? I don't. I haven't been watching.
Wait, this is just weird.
He turned heel to me, in my opinion. He comes out.
This is a weird.
Yeah, I'm very shocked. That was my face. That's why I made the face. I'm like, well,
that made me feel weird.
I'm like, what? What the fuck? It just happened.
Like, is he signed with TNA or is he like doing like per like appearances?
I think he's signed.
I think it's just per appearance.
Or it might bro, I don't know. I'm not just that's what I'm saying. Ask me a question. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of wild how like it's still wild like how Triple H like hired him just to like fire him again.
Yeah. And
it's just like, bro, like
Raw on Monday, get hired again, get fired again.
It's just, I don't know. Like, I mean, he's just not good in the ring. Like, you want to hire him. I mean, he's a good ass kisser, but
oh no,
what are you gonna get him for? You know what I mean? Like, because honestly, that Hit Row shit was dead. Once Swerve left, you can't recreate that shit. That was Swerve's group. That was his thing. Once you take out the leader, forget about it. Like, there was no. They tried to rebrand it, and it was just not going nowhere. Like, it was not it. And now, from what I understand, the girl, she's with Lashley and them, right?
Yeah.
So B-Fab is with like Lashley and the Street Profits. What the fuck is the other guy? I know he's still hired, but what is he doing?
I think he's tagging with Cedric Alexander
On the main roster?
Yeah. Or he's tagging with another one of these black guys. Hold on, let me look.
Cedric's another one. You know, remember how like talented everyone talked about how Cedric is, and look his career nowhere. It's got nowhere because he just lacks charisma. That's the fate of. No, it's the fate of Sean. It's like Sean Benjamin. Like, everyone praises how great of an athlete he is, how talented he is in the ring, and then look at his career. Like, doesn't match up with like the praise he gets. It's unfortunate, but it happens. But now because WWE has such a deep roster, I mean, it's gonna be hard to get over now. It's gonna be a lot harder to get over. Like, nobody ain't passing the Rock. You know, he gained all the time on SmackDown until further notice. Then you got the Tribal Chief. And then now you have Cody showing up on SmackDown and shit. So it's like, it's crazy. I already know The Rock. He's gonna bury Cody again because Cody cried. What's up, boy? Bro, like that bar itself, yo, the bar that we went to, that bar was like one of the weirdest bars. Like, bro, that bar was like all over. That bar was all over the place because, right? I'll look up, right? Like where we were sitting at. Like later on, I look up and I see a Blue Lives Matter flag. You know, like the American flag. So I see that one, right? And I'm like, oh boy, like this is great, right? All of a sudden, like I'm looking around, and then from the ceiling, hanging, there's a big giant dildo just hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what is going on here?
Speaking of what's going on,
I mean, it was cool. Like it was a cool experience. Like meeting a lot of new people, and then a lot of people like fucking fascinated where you're from. Like it was cool. Like it was a cool experience. Like North Carolina in general was good. I can't complain. And then we saw the Bucks with their family at the mall.
Great family.
You know what's funny? I told like them, I was like, oh, we saw you guys in the mall, but I don't want to like impose or anything. We didn't want to bother them. And she was like, oh, you guys could have came over and said hi. I was like, damn, now you tell me. Nah, but it was cool. Like I didn't want to impose. Like they were getting stopped anyway by people, and I was like, I didn't want to be like that. You know, I wanted to leave them alone. But like, if I knew ahead of time, like I would have done it. Like I would have went up to them. I would have told like their mom, like, I got you on Facebook. Like we spoke. But it's cool. Like
I think I used to have Matt on Facebook.
Oh, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Look, it's Ash by Elegance. Oh, she's gonna be there too. She's gonna be at the convention as well. I might get a photo with her. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never had a problem with Dana Brooke. Do I think she was great in the ring? No, but she didn't bother me.
Excuse me. Sheesh. I saw the potential. It just never really got
Yeah, I did, but yeah, then also like they use her too was like hot and cold. Like they would use her for a good amount of period, and then they stop using her. Then bring her back on, and then stop using her. Like usually that hurts momentum too. But I heard like her in NXT, I heard she was doing like fine, and then she got same thing. Like Ali, she got released. That was a weird like time with the releases because the people at NXT they got released, they were actually being used, and then you just said, "Oh fuck all y'all, get out of here." Like you sent them back down to work NXT just to get fired. Like that's fucked up.
No. There, take this pay cut.
You said take this pay cut. To the point that when they remember, like recently, they started playing those vignettes. Go, it's Okada because of the three masks, because of something in Japanese. Ended up being Sean Spears.
Yeah. Everybody wanted Okada in the Chase U shirt.
Yeah, because somebody came up with that stupid ass idea. That shit was not happening. he was not going to be in NXT. That would have been such a fucking downgrade off the bat. The man's getting paid $4 million in AEW. He's not working no damn NXT.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Now, if this would have been 2016, that's a different story. Because remember, when Nakamura came to NXT, he was making roster money. But then Nakamura was actually good. He was presented well. So, and then to hear all that shit with Okada, I mean, I was nervous. I was like, oh shit, man, I don't want to go to WWE. But it was close. It was about to happen.
Nah, you seeing the way that Nakamura's main roster run been. But we talked about it last night. Just don't think that WWE would do anything for or wouldn't even have a Japanese world champion. Male
Japs.
Yeah.
You could get away with it with the women, but you can't do it with the male. Apparently, you can't do it with the men. Apparently, you could have done it with Nakamura. You could have done the Nakamura several times, several opportunities, and they just never bothered to. They never bothered to do anything about it. And then the so-called push he was getting, they're like, "Oh, that was like to convince Okada to come over." But then it's like, there's no point of a push if you guys just gonna keep losing. He lost to Seth Rollins how many times? Twice, 3 times. That's not it's a push because he's facing the champion. I get it, but what the fuck is the point? And then he had a feud with Cody and he lost that feud.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, Nakamura seems like he's comfortable. I mean, that's an outside looking in. You know, he re-signed with them and he moved to the States, so
he just want to surf.
Seems like it. It just seems like he just want to surf. So I'm like, hey,
Japanese Dolph Ziggler. Oh, there's a lot of tag teams out here tonight. The team of Spitfire, Danny Luna, and Jody Threat taking on. I remember the one chick is Vanna Black. The only reason I remember that is because I found her attractive.
Yeah. That's yeah.
But we also have at ringside MK Ultra. Master Slam bitch.
I think this guy's on delay.
Hey, yo, come on, dude.
Great vote. I'll leave it at that. That's a great vote.
That match been over for like 15 minutes. Hey, look at Killer Kelly. But we also have.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know you're definitely looking at that.
Hey man, women's wrestling.
No, please.
Well, no. This is the company that I can actually do both in. We're like a lot of the roster.
You see that's why you're trying to get away with it now. Like, wait a minute, they've always focused on women's wrestling. Let me try to use that.
Of course, as a male, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be attracted to a woman by her looks. That being said, just because you look good doesn't mean I'm going to think you're a great wrestler. Because if you suck, you suck. I don't give a fuck how good you look. And
like Jada Parker, because she's terrible.
So I haven't seen enough of her. Well, I mean, I haven't seen enough of her. So I am a fan, but like her wrestling, I haven't seen enough.
I mean, I don't know.
Like, I know she does the one thing with her ass. Like she does the one thing. Like, yeah, of course, I like that. Like, but
I mean, personally, yeah. I mean, me personally, I don't see the big deal. That's just me personally. Don't kill me for that.
It's not
But
for
when
the
I see her
wrestling.
wrestling,
It's not for the
but
wrestling.
when I see her wrestling, yeah, she definitely has a lot of work to do. She's stiff as a board. That's the problem too. She got to work on her punches, her footwork, all that stuff. And for somebody who says that she's an athlete, it doesn't seem like she is. That's just me. Like for example, like Nikita, what's her name? Nikita Lyons. Like with her, you can tell she has some like athleticism. Like she has like a martial arts background. You could tell, but sometimes when you translate it to wrestling, sometimes it doesn't. It could be hit or miss. And I think with her, it's not miss, but you could see that it could be better. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
she's trying to do things. You could tell she's athletic, but some of the things are just like they're not hitting right, or she's moving. She's trying to move fast, but it's just not coming off that way sometimes. Because I noticed that with her too. But like with her, like you can see she has some kind of like athletic background. Every time they show them clips with Jada Parker where World Star is not trying to be perverts, wrestling is not good. That's just what it is. Like it doesn't look good to me either way.
she definitely needs to develop, but that's what NXT for. I like her. She can promo. I like that. She talks like
No, because she's like a heel, right?
Yeah, because she's with fucking what's his nigga Scripps, Reggie, and Out the Mud, which is like
Oh God, Reggie.
He's still with the like, the first of all, I don't know. I just this gimmick's not for me.
I mean, yeah, like
these niggas are supposed to be like drug dealers or something, or just like street guys.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
just like come on.
You had a guy that was dancing all around, and then you trying to convince me that he's.
I don't know, man. You gave Vegas dance. You seen breaking, and you got served. Them niggas was dancing their ass off, running drugs, getting their asses kicked.
Who was the kid that got killed? Who was it? What was his name? Lil Saint.
Lil Saint, yeah. Do it for
Saint. He's hanging out with us, so I don't want him to hang out with those bad dudes. Yeah. And then, oh no, Lil Saint, he got shot. We gotta go to the hospital. The doctor's sorry, but he died like an hour ago.
Oh man.
That part was supposed to be like the emotional part, and I think it made me like laugh more than anything because the acting was so bad to that.
Of course, yeah, the acting in that movie was fucking terrible. That is really only like famous for It's Dancing because exactly the plot of the story. I guess they were like drug runners, fucking being dance battles for money. And they're fucking like, you running drugs, you don't have a gun, nigga. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You have lots of money and lots of drugs on you. You're a mule, transport, whatever the fuck you are, dope boy, whatever you want to call it. You don't have a firearm, or don't worry about it not being registered. You're already moving drugs, so you're already doing the legal shit. So why even? It's not going. I mean, it'll be worse for you, but you're already going to get,
But you know what's funny, right? But you know what makes it more funny though is that this dude was mad at Omarion because he didn't go with him, like when he got jumped and shit. The fuck do you expect Omarion to do if he was there in the first place? You got jumped by like fucking like 6 motherfuckers. Like what was gonna happen?
I think
that's mad funny to me. That's the part that makes it mad funny because he was like mad at his boy, but it's like, bro, like, motherfucker, you got jumped by 6 motherfuckers. Like, what was he gonna do? He gonna play Icebox? Like, what was he gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the fuck? That shit was bad funny.
And then in the end, Steve Harvey made it all go away.
apparently, like magically, right? Like, oh, I took care of it.
Mr. Raz neighborhood.
And then they did like the most unbelievable plot. Oh, the winner of the dance team, they get a spot in Lil Kim's music video. Who the fuck is getting in Lil Kim's music video? Like, come on.
I mean, she was there. That's when that was before she did like a crazy plastic surgery.
Oh, and she like did the Sammy Sosa skincare.
Her face looked normal.
And she did the Sammy Sosa treatment. And she decided to turn white. But yeah, man, that was like that. Man, that movie that was a rough movie to watch.
Yeah, another cult classic.
I mean, it made money in the box office, so I mean, it was good for them.
Man. Oh God. Early 2000s, when you think about it, probably just cringy parts of my life.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember when I was in. Well, I'm trying to remember like, if I was in high school, or I'm trying to remember. I think I was in middle school when that movie came out. Either middle school or high school. I remember that shit. Like he said, that movie. Oh, we have a super chat. Well, thank you for the super chat. That movie was funny in a bad way. That's exactly what it was.
That Marcus Houston got jumped like Baby Boy. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of movies like that at that time.
But I would say Baby Boy is a lot more. I enjoyed watching that movie more than You Got Served.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because Baby Boy, I mean, Baby Boy didn't have like the best acting, but I think you could relate to Baby Boy a lot more than you can to You Got Served.
I'm telling you, man, them dancing drug runners.
Remember the part when they shoot up Snoop Dogg?
Yo, I don't know how many times I've seen that movie. Like, it
was
always on VH1 or BET.
Yep, it was always on BET. It was always on BET. Fucking Tyrant, Mama, you gonna choose him over me? Yo.
Mama gotta have a life too. I be saying that to these single moms, the ones that I work with, or just know. Mama gotta
and the
have
other
a life
dude, like,
too.
you better respect your mom. Yo, that shit mad funny.
Yo, Jody. Yeah, I'm in a fucking Cobra Club.
What was the other movie? What was the other movie that Reese did that I remember watching? I was like, holy shit, this movie is not like great, but it's also not bad.
I know what you're talking
about. It was kind
of
similar. It was kind of similar to Baby Boy, but it was more like it was more like Hard Edge. Like it was more like serious.
No, I remember. I forgot the name of it, but he was
Waist Deep. There you go.
Waist Deep. Yeah, the game.
Yep, his bitch ass in the movie. Like that movie is not great, but it's like, oh shit, like it's not bad. I could watch it. Like it was on TV. Oh shit, I could watch this movie.
Yeah, make it good.
And what was that? There was like not Tyrese movie, but it was like the bullshit movie in the 2000s that people talk about, and I'm like, every time I watch it, I was like, this movie fucking sucks. Biker Boys, I fucking hate that movie.
Oh that shit was man. Oh, fucking Biker Boy.
Yo, that movie was trash.
I'm gonna watch that.
Yo,
I'm gonna watch it. No,
yo.
I liked it back then. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight, and then I'll give you how I feel about it. Yeah,
yeah.
That's you want to get a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yo,
You know what's funny? Like that's what happened to me. People were saying that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that again. No, I gotta watch that again because I liked it back then. It might not have aged well, but I'm gonna watch it again. It might not.
Yeah,
So it might not age well, but it's not gonna be. You got served and age well. Like,
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, that's true though. That's true though. Yeah. Oh, another super chat from Old Chisholm. Thank you for that. That was when Black Hollywood was really trying to make Tyrese a leading man. No, it's true.
Yeah, he was.
He did like
most part.
Now he just does movies. He doesn't even do music no more.
Wow, I don't need to. You get that.
That's how he got. That's how he got into Fast and Furious, right? He did Too Fast, Too Furious. Like that's how he got into to the franchise.
Shit, one of the most important characters in the story. From pretty much.
And he came back from because I remember he stopped like doing shit for a while, and then when Fast and Furious came back, he was back in the movie as well. Oh, and then Dwayne Johnson made it cry like a couple of years later.
There's what other movies around that time? Since we got a commercial break.
Yeah, yo.
Of course, like Drumline. Yo, I can't believe you said fucking Biker Boys, bro. Oh my god.
Drumline.
Drumline. What made me want to go to college, play drums.
You know, it's funny that actually might have been like Nick Cannon's best movie because everything else was fucking horrible that he did. I mean, love. What was it? Like, Love Don't Cost a Thing. Like that one was. Yeah. That one was okay. Like it was okay, but it was like so stupid because like they made him like they tried too hard to make him like a dork, and then all of a sudden he became like popular overnight because he was hanging out with the hot chick and Christina Milian.
Yeah,
who's still hot on the way to this day. She don't age a fucking bit.
No, she hasn't.
I'm like, what the fuck? We had that around that time too. Remember Be Cool? That was the one that The Rock played he played a gay guy.
Yeah.
He had some of the best parts in the movie.
That's definitely a classic right there.
Yo, it's a classic for all the wrong reasons.
Unfortunately.
Oh man.
Travolta. Oh man.
I remember like he got him the audition, and then he found out like the dude was like trying to take it out, like he was trying to erase it. He found out because he couldn't work like his phone. Yeah. How can you do that, Raj? How can you do that?
Oh man. I'm trying to think of another movie. I'm all out of movies, but
Oh, nice. Eddie Kingston versus Mark Briscoe, Super Card of Honor.
You think he
For
wins?
the,
Is it
for
for
the ROH.
title?
Yeah.
Mark deserves it. Give it to him now.
They should give it to him.
Yeah. But thank you, good brother Will Chisholm, for this $20 super chat. You Got Served started a couple of years of bad dance movies, but young girls in my grade was in love with B2K, so they thought it was a good movie. I've never forgiven my ex taking me to that trash movie. Yeah, it was what else was it? Fucking damn, I can't even remember the names of them. It was like Step Up.
Oh,
Honey.
Step Up. Oh my God. I remember Step Up. Oh God.
They made
It's
way
funny
too
because
many.
you know what's funny? My brother took a girl out to the movies. He took a girl out to the movies to see that because I guess it was like nothing else, and I guess she wanted to see it. He was like, "Oh, you know, it was actually pretty good." I was like, "What? Let's get the fuck out of here!" Yeah, I remember I was roasting him for days for that. I was like, "Man, get the fuck out of here with that."
Oh man. Yeah, early 2000s, early to mid 2000s it was a
They
time.
had yeah, yo, they had some classics back then. I'll tell you that much. You guys started a couple years ago back. Yeah, I remember that shit. He's at Will for the. Oh look, he finally caught up. Trent Seven. It's so weird seeing Trent Seven in TNA because I'm so used to him being with like Pete Dunne or Tyler Bate. So it's like weird to see him like in another company without them.
Yeah, it's still random to me how him and Mike Bailey teamed up. But I mean,
Because he was basically their manager. Trent Seven. A lot of people don't know that he was basically like Bates and Dunn's manager, like in real life.
I don't know. I had no idea.
Yeah. So like when they get booked for like shows and stuff, Trent was the one that was taking the bookings for them. So like when we did what was it? When we did Battle Club Pro, they were there, like the show that we had them at.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that they were speaking to, like they're communicating with Trent.
Yeah.
And he was the one that was like doing it. He was one that was booking them and shit.
How old is this guy? Because he shouldn't be that old, but he looks old.
Who, Trent?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does look old. Isn't he like dating like a Japanese legend or something too? Like, isn't he like with like he's either like
Oh, he's
married or
42.
he's with like
He's 42? Damn. I thought he was younger than that.
he's 42?
Yeah.
That seems about right.
I mean, yeah. Like it's not old, but it's old as I thought he was. Older.
Trey Miguel. I wonder how this dude's doing now. Like since I saw Trey Miguel, I wonder how Slee's doing.
He's yeah. I know I don't know if he's rehabbing. He should be, I think. Another $5 super chat from one Will Chisholm. I love how excuse me. I love how Stomp the Yards Stomp the Yard. Hold on. I love how Stomp the Yard, Stomp the Yard trailers made like Chris Brown was the lead and he was going after 10 minutes. Girl was pissed off.
Yo, I still remember that shit. Yo, when Jay Quan talked about it like not so long ago, yo, that shit had me dying.
Yeah. Cause like, who the fuck is this nigga? He's only here for why we here for Chris Brown? That nigga died after the first battle. And another movie.
What was it like? He got beat up with a brick or something.
Yeah, I think he did some shit that got, but then he got shot.
Oh damn!
But yeah, another movie with dancing gangsters. So like, this is. Or niggas just betting on like, yeah.
I remember like those like I remember like those hood classics, man. Like I remember like what was the other movie? What was the movie with Usher in it? Set It Off. I remember that one. That was crazy. Like during like in the school and shit. The dude from Cousin Skeeter's in it. The dude from Cousin Skeeter's in it.
No, I know that. Yeah. I remember that.
I remember Set It Off. What was the other one? Paid in Full. I remember that one.
Oh, Set It. No, that I think. Oh, fuck. I think that's called Fresh. Well, yeah, Paid in Full. What? Paid in Full is fucking.
Yep.
It's like
Fresh. Yo, Fresh. I remember Fresh. I was a kid. That was like the drug dealer. That was like the kid, right?
Yeah.
I think Samuel L. Jackson's in it. Yeah, I remember that one too. Yo, I remember Fresh, and I remember, Yo, I remember that shit. I remember Paid in Full. Paid in Full was crazy because it was a real story too.
You can't be a black person and say you haven't seen Paid in Full.
Shit, I ain't black and I seen it.
From New York,
bro. That movie's crazy.
Yeah,
and that was a real that was a true story as well.
No, yeah, my dad knew those guys.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He said he was gambling. He said he was gambling with him. He said he was like beating them in like dice or some shit, and he kept sending whoever was like holding his money. He kept sending them into to go get more money.
Yo, that's crazy though. That's shit. That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah,
damn.
Shit is wild. Just but the crazy like it's crazy that I'm like, yo, it's crazy that my dad knows these guys, but it's crazy that the shit that he knows, that the reason why I know you, like who you are, that's even fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like your friend tried to kill you for like for money and drugs. You know, your uncle fucking kills your brother, his nephew type of shit, you know.
That's crazy.
Shot. Yeah, like it's just a whole lot of crazy shit.
So there's one person like my mom knew because she saw him as a kid, right? And he lived in her building for a little while. And this is like one of the most like random people, but he's like famous for like all the wrong reasons. So one of her neighbors in the building was the serial killer Son of Sam. I was like somebody that she saw in the building. And I was like, what the fuck? Yo, when she told me that shit, I was bugging out. I was like, get the fuck out of here. What? She was like, yeah, she was like that. She used to see like when she was a child. She used to see him time to time. Like he had an apartment in the Bronx, but I think he ended up moving like towards Yonkers and shit. Like when they caught him, it was like in Yonkers. So she didn't like see all that stuff. But she used to see him like before like the shootings, and shit. Like she used to see him, and then when he moved, that's like when all that stuff happened, like all the shootings that he was like the random shootings he was doing. And I was like, yo, that shit bugged me the fuck out when she told me that shit. I was like, yo, that's like mad creepy.
Nah, like good thing he moved.
Yo,
Seriously.
yo, I was like, yo, that shit bugged me out. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Damn. You know what's crazy? I always forget this guy came back to the company. The one that used to be his partner, Trey Miguel.
Oh, Wentz, Zachary Wentz.
Yeah, because he got fucking fired from NXT. I mean, he got fired from WWE because of his like ex-wife, like outed him and shit.
Which turned into fucking. They saying she's just a crazy bitch. Who I was a fuck. I'm trying to remember her name too.
Yeah, she was a wrestler, right?
Yeah. Fuck. And I
was it Kimberly?
Kimberly.
Yeah, apparently he was planning to leave her, and then she basically like set him up, and then like she leaked out like pictures of him looking like Hitler and shit. Which I think he did it as a rib. I don't think it was intentional. I think he did it as a rib. Like, would I have done that? No, but I don't think he did it to say like, oh yeah, you see, I'm a racist too. Like, I don't think he did it to do that. Yeah, apparently she was crazy because I know Wesley's wife, right, or something, like his girl or his wife came out and she was like, no, she's fucking nuts. Like, she's fucking crazy and shit. Like, and then he got rehired by TNA, so that only tells me they, you know, he was, I don't want to say cleared, but I don't think what she claims happened. It's just unfortunate because I thought they were good in NXT. These two together, like they were great together, and then that shit happened.
It was unfortunate that what was it, MSK, Wesley. I forgot I know his last name was Nash. I forgot his first name, but.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
they changed their names.
But Wesley went on to have a phenomenal North African American title run.
He's a North African American.
Hey, that's the title that black guys get.
It seems like it, right? Ricochet had it.
Like damn near, Ricochet had it.
Adam Cole.
Strickland, yeah, he had it, I think.
Swerve did, but he didn't really defend it.
Yeah, he didn't. But he was just the black guy that had it. So I'm gonna take it.
Adam Cole had it.
Obafemi now. That like shit is black as fuck with that nigga.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Like now, I don't know who's going to take it off of him.
What was the skinny dude?
Was it Leon Ruff?
Yeah, Leon Ruff. He had it, right? Because like, they made fun of him because I guess the belt didn't fit him.
Keith Lee.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Keith Lee did have it. I forgot. I almost forgot. Yeah, that's a lot of black guys who had the belt. Didn't Trick Williams have it?
I would say Carmelo, Trick Williams. Yeah,
oh my god,
that's the black. Yeah, wow. That's the black guy's belt.
Oh my god, that's the
American Championship.
And then there's a red strap. That's even worse. Well, at least Hassan was right.
I was gonna say, yeah, he spelled it right, and he chose right.
You see, that's how I know he was capping, bro. Like I'm telling you, he be lying. That was a pretty good match. Nice
Yeah,
main
yeah.
event. It's funny. It's just funny how they made like they're making him like feel important. And then, like Nick Namath. I mean,
And
it's
that's
good that
why
he
this is.
kind of
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah.
yeah, this is why this is a good spot for him because it's like this
It's
is
a great
what.
spot.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
what his fans have wanted for a while.
and it's not like he can't work. He's a good worker. It's just
But
the way WWE used him for so long, people just stopped caring. No
well,
moves. Oh shit,
that'll
Daquan in
do
the
it.
ring.
Oh no. SP3 reminder, join Miss Chrissy Love and myself live tomorrow, 12:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the return of our Dark Side of the Ring reviews, breaking down season 5, episodes 1 and 2. Yeah, that's
Oh,
good. Oh,
you you got to see episode 2 for sure. Episode 1 was really good, but it was like more sad. It wasn't like dark in my opinion. It was more sad because it had to do with earthquake,
okay.
and it was like, yeah, it was more. It was more. That episode was like more sad. The Buff Bagwell episode, holy shit, that's a trip. Like you got to see that, like, bro. He won me over though. Like I ain't gonna lie, Buff Bagwell won me over. I was never really a Buff Bagwell fan, but after watching this episode, I was like, yo, man, he crazy, bro. He's crazy. But also, what I'm a fan of is like his. You'll see it. Like a lot of shit he's overcome. He was very honest about a lot of shit. I think at times he was a little too honest, but it was funny. That's what made it great. But that episode is fucking wild. You got to see that one, like for sure. It's insane. And they'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm probably going. Where can I watch that on? When I was Vice was I could probably watch it on like
If you watch, yeah, it's on Vice. So like, if you have Sling, it's on demand. So if you go to like the man option, you
oh,
just
that
type
yeah. Okay, cool. I got Sling. I do have Sling.
yeah, both episodes are already up, so they usually go very quick. Like once the episode airs, it goes on demand.
Shit, that's what I was already. I exited out of it. That's what I was using to watch Impact or TNA. Oh well, that's really. There you have it.
Yeah, that shit was real. That shit was crazy. And look, showing New Japan, and look, they're showing Okada, and I was like, yeah, guys, no, he's not there no more, right? And then Tamatanga.
We still own this footage. Yeah, what if he debuts at Mania and he calls Cody the match and he joins the bloodline?
Imagine that.
No, that'd be stupid.
That would be like such bad timing because it would be like so flat.
I'm just talking shit. Well, thank you once again, good brother, for joining me on Total Nonstop Blunts, episode 6. Would you like to let the people know where they can find you at social media and what you got going on?
You can follow me at JMPunk321 on Twitter and Instagram. This weekend I'll be at a wrestling convention called The Big Event, so I won't be on True Hood Heat, the flagship podcast. I won't be on this weekend. I'll be back on next weekend. Just making that I want Sid to know that for sure. I'll be back next weekend. And then next week we'll do Elite Heat Wednesday. Yeah, that's about it.
And you guys can follow me X and Instagram, Skinny _ Kravitz. Catch me on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. As much as we were talking about movies, I know we have a new venture, True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment. So I don't know if that's going to be a channel or we got going on. We got a lot going on with that. We were just talking about a lot of movies. Who you won't see on there is Romeo because he doesn't watch movies. So
I was waiting for that.
yeah, that guy doesn't watch movies. So all the movies,
Yeah. So like, we've been coming up with some ideas. There's an idea that I have, and I want to make sure I want to know how I would pull it off. But there was an idea that I threw out, and hear me out. So like in a lot of movies, like in action scenes, they have like these big epic fighting scenes or action scenes. So what I plan to do is to do like a star rating, like like Dave Meltzer does, to have a star rating for those kind of action scenes. So like for example, like Freddy versus Jason, right? I'll break down the fight scenes and everything, and then I'll give a star rating for it. Like that's basically the gist of it.
Wow,
Like that's basically the gist of it. Like something like that. I want to do that.
Nah, that's definitely dope.
Something different, something like entertaining, something hilarious. Because it's not gonna be taken seriously. I'm just like I'm gonna exaggerate a lot of shit on purpose, but that's making it funny. So yeah, so like that's an idea I have out there. So yeah, so like I already ran it through it with Sid. So I really want to do something like that, and then I just want to see how it will come together.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're going to get the ball rolling on that. Well, all our other ventures we got going on. Once again, thank you for joining us on Total Nonstop Blunts, episode number 6. If you're watching this on YouTube, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to stay notified. If you're watching this on Twitch, give us a like, follow us, subscribe to our Twitch. And if you're watching us on Facebook, react. We got 3 reacts. We'll take that as well. This has been the 3-time baby making champion, Ness, and the true Josh. Thank you for joining us. And maybe Chris G will be here next week with Mary Jane. Maybe he won't. But you know what, guys? I'll be here. You have my word.